I love the blonde though. Like it looks so good.
He did such a good job. I'm like obsessed.
Did you get layers too?
Oh yeah, he
Like,
cut it. So
more
it's like
layers?
all it's just like well, he kind of just like freshened it up. So I got like probably half an inch off. And then he like redid my face frame and all the good stuff. And then
it's so crazy like how much
just it.
Yeah, like just getting a blowout and freshly done hair makes you feel so much better.
But the blowout is so misleading because I can't replicate that at home. So
dude, the shark thing is freaking good.
I need to buy that.
Just buy Brittany's old one.
Well, that's the Dyson.
Well, I'm sure it's the same, if not better.
I feel like I kind of like went through, there was a girl who did a video of like a side-by-side with the shark and then Dyson, and they're very different looks. Like if you want to just like have your hair curled without using a curling iron, I feel like shark is good. But if you want like kind of a bouncy blowout, like big voluptuous curls, I like the Dyson for that.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I need
this is
volume.
just my straightener. This is not the shark.
We were talking about that. I was like, I've never been able to use a straightener.
Really? I've done that since like 6th grade.
Like to curl.
Yeah. All right, season 2. Let's go.
We freaking did it.
This is going to be our year. It's going to be a slow start, but I think I'm hoping for like I'm already getting frustrated by my
not already say it's a slow start. It's like the 9.
I don't have all the riches and followers yet.
You haven't what?
I don't have all the riches and followers and fame and wealth.
Oh no, it didn't come in the first 9 days.
No, I'm upset.
It's over. You should just try again next year.
I'm going to pack my bags, yeah.
Just circle back. 2024.
Yeah.
All right, well, welcome back to season 2 of So Glad We're Friends. I'm Maggie.
I'm Devon.
I'm Brittany.
You should have just let the whole thing play.
It's like a 4-minute song.
Just elevator music.
Yeah. Okay, well, welcome back, guys. We are back and better than ever. We are recording on a new recording system where we should hopefully be sounding better than we did in season 1. So let us know.
I hope so.
Crossing our fingers. Yeah. We're finally figuring it out. We'll have so much to tell you if you guys ever want to start a podcast by the end of this year.
I know. It's so true. We're really learning.
Yeah, why the heck didn't we find this when we were researching in the beginning? Like, we were so lost as to how to record virtually.
I don't think it's out there.
That's so
nothing that's like free that like gives you like even just the simplest things. Like, what do you use to record with? And like what, like everything is very like, I think it's pushed out by the different platforms. Like Anchor has like is promoting their own stuff. Like,
yeah.
But nobody's really like done a whole here quickly. This is like, here's 3 things that you need to start a podcast.
Yeah. It was
like mic. I feel like mic, platform, and like recording system would be genius.
That's so true. All right. Well, we pre-recorded those last episodes, so we don't actually know how our holidays and New Year's was. So how was your breaks?
Mine was okay. I feel like growing up and having your traditions change a little bit is hard to adjust to. I know all 3 of us kind of like Maggie, you didn't even go back home to see your family for Christmas. Like I had my family staying with me, and I used to just love to be with my cousins 24/7, but now as an adult with my routine and like being an introvert, it was really draining and like stressful, which is sad to me. But
yeah.
How many people were at your house?
My cousin and her boyfriend were just staying with me.
Yeah.
Oh.
But then like my family was also in town staying at my dad's, and just like, you know, they want to do something every night, and it was just a lot. And also I think it's harder as a creator, like running your own business, because I want to keep posting stuff. Yeah. But when my family's in town, I need to take a break, and I kind of didn't want to, I think. So that was hard to adjust to.
Joe and I actually had this conversation like in the airport of like, what are some things that we need so that we don't come back from like family vacations feeling so exhausted? And one of the things was like doing something in the morning by ourselves together, or like, you know, going to bed early and just like being able to decompress, like read, or you know, like minimizing the long stretches of time together and making sure we like have kind of our own individual time, whether it's like just Joe by himself or like just me and him, like. And I think that will actually make such a difference, and it won't feel so like go the entire time.
Now when I travel, like I need to have my own room by myself so that I can go, like when I'm traveling with family or friends, I need to be able to decompress. Like I used to just be able to share a hotel room with my whole entire family and be fine. And now I'm like, I need to go to bed early and read and be alone so that I'm a happy person tomorrow.
Yeah. It's kind of funny that you're saying that too, is like, you're almost like being like, oh, why can't I do this anymore? But we have to like almost just give ourselves more like grace and like compassion to be like, oh, it's okay that like we know what we need now, and those things might be different than previously.
Yeah, that's my biggest problem, is like beating myself up for not living up to my expectations of myself.
Yeah, because when you're a kid, all you're caring about is playing with your cousins.
Yeah,
like, you don't have anything else to think about.
Yeah.
But honestly, there's probably people in your family that like need a little bit more decompression time. So you like saying, hey, I need, you know, I'm going to go to bed early tonight, might give permission to somebody else to be like, oh, I actually want to go to bed early too, and relax.
True. Yeah, a lot of the nights, like me and my cousin, we'd want to like, well, we wouldn't want to, but we want to go out or something, but then we'd end up just staying on the couch all night and watching TV. And I was like, are you sure you don't want to go out? And she's like, no, seriously, I just want to chill. And so
that's
that was
so
nice.
relatable. Yeah. You want to go out. Yeah. That's how I feel.
I didn't realize like how much I missed the beach. I think it had been like a year since I was on the beach, or maybe not a whole year, but like it'd been a while since I was on the beach. And so being in Florida and going on the beach was like really, really nice.
The beach brings new life to you. Like,
oh my God,
just being by the water, it's so nice.
And the waves and like the sand. And even though it was kind of cold some of the days, like it was still so refreshing. And like, I don't know. There's just something like very soothing about it.
Yeah. I went to the beach for my birthday last year in January, and it was like cold, but it was still like so much fun.
Yeah. How far away is the beach from you?
An hour and a half-ish, hour 20 minutes.
That's not bad.
It's pretty nice. My goal this year is to go by myself with the dog.
That would be awesome.
Or one dog.
Yeah.
Are both of them pretty good together? Like if you take them out? Or is it better for you to just do one?
They're good together. Sadie's just horrible at leash pulling. Like if we're going somewhere exciting like that, like she'll drag me down a cliff, honestly. Yeah. But once she's off leash or anything, then they're fine together, and it's just as easy.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah. But when we went to Thanksgiving, when I went back to Arizona for Thanksgiving last year, we got our own, because Cameron's parents have Airbnbs, and we just stayed in one of their Airbnbs, and it made like such a difference having somewhere for us to go back at night after going around to all of our family. Like even if it was just 30 minutes before bed, it made such a difference. So
I forgot that they have those.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's convenient.
Very, very nice.
Wait, so did you guys take any days off social media, or you think you didn't?
I tried to. I mean, I was still like scrolling and stuff. But I did take a couple of days off, and one lady messaged me and was like, just checking in on you because you haven't posted in a while. Like, I'm allowed to have a break.
Cute.
Yeah, that's cute. I think we kind of took some days off between Christmas and New Year's, which was nice. But we didn't really take any like work time off, which that's another thing that we decided that if we're traveling, we have to decide like ahead of time if we're going to be working or if this is like vacation, or like if we are going to do a mix of both, like which days are we like working and which days are fully vacation, like where we can shut off completely. Because otherwise I just feel guilty that I'm like not doing anything if it's not decided ahead of time.
Me too. Yeah, if it's planned that you're going to take time off, then yeah, I feel much better about it.
I took like it was like literally a week and a half off of everything, except TikTok.
And you didn't feel guilty?
No, because I made sure I finished all of my brand things. I was still, honestly, like I was emailing and stuff, so I guess that's not like fully taking it off, but like content wise, I was taking it off.
Yeah.
It just felt so much better to just not be like scrolling. I don't even know how to explain it, and it's like carried on now. Like I don't first thing in the morning want to open up Instagram. Like
broke a habit, but you were still scrolling on TikTok.
Yeah, so I should probably do another one where I don't. But to me, like TikTok is like TV. Like TikTok doesn't give me any negative feelings.
It gives me negative feelings because I really badly want to like pop off on TikTok.
Yeah.
And so when I'm scrolling, I'm like, oh shit, why am I not doing this? And so like when I was taking a break and I would see other creators that weren't taking a break, like Emily Kaiser, it would just make me feel worse about myself for taking time off or for not having something to say or to share.
Yeah. And there was like hella people popping off right at the end of the year, it seemed like. Probably because more people were taking breaks.
Yeah, that's true. I definitely think that like people should take at least like one day off a week. And I know that like not everyone feels like they can, but I really think that just like even one day a week helps to build so that you don't feel like you have to take 2 weeks or like a month off at, you know, different points of the year.
Yeah, exactly.
And you deleted your app, right, Maggie?
Yeah, I deleted them just off my home screen though. So there was a lot of times where I tried typing it in and it pops up, but like
I did that. So I deleted TikTok off my home screen. It's actually still off my home screen, and I stayed off of it for a while, like maybe 2 days. I was really good about not getting on it.
Oh, wow.
It's a long time for me. But then you know how you can pull down on your phone and it says suggested apps?
Oh, yeah.
So then I've just gotten in the habit. TikTok is always right there. So I just keep getting to it that way. So I found the workaround. My crazy ass brain.
So when you're just scrolling
like, actually, this is even easier than going.
So when you're just scrolling TikTok, like, are you watching everybody like thinking, oh, I should be making content like that, or like that should... Is that what your For You page... Oh, you don't fucking go on your For You page. I wonder if that's
I
why.
do go on my For You page. I still use my For You page, but then sometimes when I get bored of all the stupid trends, I go over to my following page.
Oh, I see.
Do you start on your following or start on your For You?
TikTok kind of decides that for me. I don't know. Whenever I first open the app, I'll just start scrolling and whatever tab it's on.
Yeah. Because I feel like when I'm on my following, it's more influencers, people who make the videos that I would like to make, people that I look up to and stuff, as opposed to like when I'm on my For You page, it's like jokes or just funny things. And so
I still have like, I get a mix of both. So like, yeah, I'll see a joke or whatever, or like a story time, and then I'll see things that I wish I was doing.
Yeah. I use not interested all the time. Like if I don't like a video, I am so good about being like not interested, so I never see something like it again. Like I really train my algorithm. I love how easy it is to train your algorithm on TikTok.
Oh, I know.
For like what you want to see.
I never do that.
It's so nice. And then you like, it stops showing you like annoying things. It's kind of like almost like a mute button, but for the For You page versus like on Instagram for people you follow.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about Emily? Dev's latest obsession.
Great transition.
You what?
Okay, I'm just obsessed with when I start seeing people blowing up on TikTok, like gaining 100,000 followers a day. I like to scroll back as far as I can and figure out what the fuck they did and how this is happening.
I love that.
So
like when Bria started popping off, I was just like obsessed with, okay, what was she doing? She was posting her Trader Joe's haul and her avocado toast every single day. And then like once people interact with one of your videos, they're going to start seeing all of your old videos that are exactly the same or whatever, and then they're going to decide to follow you. So I understand how TikTok works. I just can't make myself do it.
The other thing that I've noticed when I've like gone and scrolled back with people is they are so much themselves.
Yeah.
Like, yes, they might be doing a get ready with me and they might be doing like the same day in a life vlog, but their personality is so infused into the content that you like become obsessed with the personality, but you think it's like the style of content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do
Have
you know
you
what I
been
mean?
seeing the TikTok videos, you know, of everybody saying like the new niche this year is having no niche, and like the new thing this
Yeah.
year is just being your own brand and not.
I have to say,
That's
I was
good.
ahead of the curve on
I know
that
you
one.
hate the word niche, but
I don't teach niching. I've never taught it because I'm like, it's too confusing for people.
But
because
the
they're
thing
like,
is,
I like these other things.
from the management side and the brand, the advertising side, they want you to have a niche. So that's why
But your
I've
niche
been
can
so
still
torn.
be like categories. Like for example,
Yeah.
like if as I'm like producing more and more content, like my niches will be like for Rosie and Britt will be cocktails, skiing, dog friendly travel. And
To
I'm
me, those are
hoping like
niches.
to share. But like, yes, it is a niche, but like it's not like my whole account. It's like me. So it's
Yeah.
like categories that like show up on my feed like time and time. Because like if I have like all of those like repeated content all the time,
Yeah.
I can't just be like a skiing niche. I'm not just like a cocktail niche. I'm like me, and these are my interests.
Yeah, that's the thing
Yeah.
about TikTok too, is people get very comfortable with similar, like seeing the same thing over and over again. It's like a comfort thing to them. So like the way that people see Alix Earle in the same spot getting ready every single time, they're like, oh, I know that I'm gonna like this. And
Yeah.
so that's why as a creator you need to like literally just keep creating the same thing in the same spot every single day. And that's exactly what Emily Kaiser does too. And that's why it was just a freaking snowball effect. And I was texting Maggie the other day. I was like, I was scrolling on my For You page, not my following page, and I saw Emily, 4 videos in a row of
That's
just
insane.
Emily's videos. I was like, what the hell? How is she creating so much content?
Oh yeah. Also,
And were
she
they?
posts
Did
so
you look at the timestamps on them? Like the timestamps, were they like all like 30
Different.
minutes in a row, or was it?
No, they were all, because I can't even keep up with her content anymore because she posts like so much a day. And also like for me, like I really liked her routines or her little vlogs, but now it's just like it's very repetitive to me, so I don't really watch them anymore.
See, that's
So
what I was
I
gonna
just-
ask you. Is
Yeah.
like, do
That's
you
why
think
they're
that
still showing it to me?
Yeah.
Do you think when the people are doing the same thing over and over and over again, that eventually does run out, like with Emily Mariko or whatever the freaking name is? Like, not that she,
Mariko. Yeah, I don't even
Mariko,
watch her
yeah.
stuff anymore.
Exactly. Like it pops off at
Mariko.
first
Yeah,
and
I
gets
get bored.
huge, and people want it, and then people kind of get bored of the same thing over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And you kind of have to
Definitely. I mean,
change
I
to
do.
showing more of yourself and changing the things that you're talking about, but like maybe keeping the same style of like your editing and things.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think that like it's nice to have the consistent videos, but I feel like over time I enjoy seeing like different types of things in between. Like, so maybe you do like a day in a life on like Monday, and then Tuesday it's like a different type of video.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I think for the crazy mass growth, you have to post the same thing.
I really love the trend of like the original audio vlogs that's happening right now. Except like I literally can't make those because I never have silence. Like in order to film those, I'll have to like not have a podcast on or anything on. Like if I actually film the original audio.
Yeah. I feel like
I don't think I could do that.
I really like those too, but I can't do them every day because I don't always have the energy. But like when I do a voiceover type vlog, then I can just do the voiceover when I have the energy.
Exactly. And then you can like have whatever
Or when
playing
I'm
while you're
alone.
actually filming.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's why I was
like
so
that.
impressed with Emily's videos, because she does them like in real time, like vlogs with sound of what's happening.
Well, she also
like I
She
feel like
just
it would be
started
so
doing that
hard.
recently.
Really?
Yeah.
She edits so quick. Like, I think it was last night. I was looking, she posted on her story. She's like, I'm editing my morning routine right now. I'm just starting it. It'll probably be up in 15 minutes. And I was like, what the hell?
What?
Like, it takes me like an hour to edit a vlog like that.
I wonder if because she isn't doing a voiceover, it takes her less time.
Yeah, and
Because
she
she
does
just
it
like
every day. She probably knows exactly
Yeah.
where to cut it and like just like getting quicker at it. Which is another reason why you should do the same thing every day, because you're going to get better at it. It's going to start looking better and sounding better
Yeah.
and all that stuff.
That's so true.
That's true.
But like
I would
don't
just
know how she
worry-
does it, because I would get so bored with the same thing. Like she does the same thing every day.
Yeah, or it would make you like
Yeah.
stuck, kind of like the same way that the dogs things do, like where you get stuck into people only watch you because of that certain type
Yeah.
of video. Like, I don't know if I'd like that.
Yeah, but like she also gets all like she does her Amazon shopping list and like all this stuff, and everybody like goes crazy for every single product she talks about too.
Yeah, she's also really been showing more
so
of her
curious.
personality. Like, she's been posting those like sex ones or like ones that just show way more of her personality. And I think people like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I really like about, like, there's a few people, like, Ken, I feel like is such a good example of she's so herself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And she's never really done anything too different.
Did you see the one where she was
From
going to
that.
the murder mystery party?
No, I
Oh my
didn't
God.
see that.
It was so funny. She's going
Binge
to
her content. So I like wait a couple days.
Yeah, and then binge it all.
Yeah.
She was going
I
to
need
her
to see that
friend's
one.
like murder mystery party, and she's like, I just hope I get a good character, like a 30s woman. And she's like, no, Papa, don't take my husband. I love him. And she's like acting all
Oh
funny.
yeah, I
It's
saw
very cute.
that.
But that's just so like just being yourself, you know?
Yeah, and but sometimes I feel like I need to be more like energetic or crazy,
Mm-hmm.
like all these people that are blowing up, like Ken, and like just there's a bunch of other people that I follow on TikTok that are blowing up right now, but they are like have so much energy and they're so animated, but I'm just not like that every day. So
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of people though that would really enjoy not having that. Like, it's different from other people, and it's like refreshing to have somebody who's just like more chill. Like, I really like the style of vlogs you're doing with the voiceovers and like kind of the stories, and just like you're just sharing a lot more of like you in them.
mm-hmm.
And I really like those, and I feel like you're able to like get to know you even more.
Yeah, I hope so.
And people can relate to that more.
The one thing that I think is kind of crazy about Alix Earle in particular is how many people are like searching, like putting, like creating content about her.
Yeah.
And like she's just become like such a searchable thing. So like even if she's not creating content, people are like putting her name out there. Like millions of people I think are putting her name out there every
That's so
single day.
true.
So
yeah, and
it's
what's
like-
weird is she has never come up on my For You page, but people talking about her are all over my
Yes.
For You page. Like that was the same. That's kind of how Charlie D'Amelio was too.
I was just gonna say
like
that Charlie
everybody
and
knew
Dixie.
who Charlie D'Amelio. Yeah, but I had never seen them actually come up on my For You page until I followed them.
that is such a good point. I didn't think about that. I don't even follow her now, but like I'll still look through her content.
Yeah.
But I see every day there's probably like 5 or 6 videos talking about her, or being like the Alix Earle effect. And like then they're
Yeah.
like doing their hair or whatever.
But the thing about Alix Earle is she is so rich. And so she has a bunch of shit going on. Like that's what makes her interesting.
Yeah.
And I hear about like creators like of color and stuff talking about how disadvantaged they are. And like, I mean, Alix Earle is just such a prime example of being so privileged and then being able to grow quickly as a creator, because obviously if
For
she hops
sure.
on a private jet or like goes to a party with celebrities, like obviously everybody's going to want to hear about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's content worthy, and it's like
Mhm.
people are interested. That's the other thing I was gonna say too about like the people talking about her is she's reaching a very wide demographic. I think there was like a 40-year-old or like 50-year-old that was like, I'm doing my hair like Alix Earle or like other people like that. And I'm just like, wow. So it's not just like, 18 to 28, 32-year-olds. It's like much wider.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Yeah, I think it's also the sorority thing and like being in college, and it's fun for people who are out of college to like get into that space and be like, oh, sorority life. But then it's also like she doesn't have a typical sorority experience. Like she lives in a house with like 7 girls and has all that money and stuff.
And I feel like going to school in Miami is also a whole different like experience in and of itself.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I've definitely like reminiscent on like the getting ready to go out type of things. Like I remember those days where you're like with your girlfriends and you're like sitting down and like everyone's like talking about outfits and like what you're gonna wear and like how you're gonna do your hair, and
it's like more fun than actually the going out part.
Yeah,
and like
totally the shitty pregame drinks.
Yeah, love.
It'll be interesting to see the longevity of these creators too, if they can hold on to it and like how they're going to evolve and become an actual brand.
I think you saw that too with YouTubers. Like that used to be a thing with YouTubers of like shelf life of people. Like there's the people like Jenna Marbles and Shane Dawson and like the ones that were around at the very beginning that had that longevity the whole time. Like even if they got canceled or they stopped making videos or took a break, like they'd come back and still be there. And they would always talk about how like Logan Paul's I guess not a great example because he is kind of still relevant, but like there would be groups of people like content houses where they'd all start coming together and they'd be popular for like a year and then they would just fall off for one reason or another. Like the longevity of people is really not, you don't see it a lot. Same with Instagram.
What happened with Jenna Marbles?
She's like done.
Well, is she still doing anything online?
No.
Really?
Her husband is. Yeah.
She got like canceled for a couple things and then I just feel like she wanted to stop doing it.
Yeah. That's so interesting.
I mean, she did like blackface and stuff.
She did?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was like
I definitely did not know about that.
Well, I don't know. I don't remember what videos
it wasn't
and stuff.
Like
it wasn't like it was like it wasn't good. But it was like 2008.
Yeah.
Also. So it's hard because then like with people like that, I don't know, that's such a weird thing for me because it's like people like that, like Shane and Jenna and Trisha and stuff, like they have these things that they do wrong that's definitely 100% wrong that they shouldn't be doing, and it's fine for people to say you shouldn't be doing that, but then like how many times you have to apologize and come back for those same things, like when every few years they're getting sent the same things that happened 10 years ago and having to apologize for it.
Yeah, that's not fair. There needs to be a shelf life, because if she didn't get in trouble for doing it at the time, then we can't 10 years later go back and be like, well, you shouldn't have done that 10 years ago. Why didn't anybody tell her that 10 years ago then?
Yeah, it's like you can say that was wrong, but like, once she apologizes for it, you can't then keep going.
That's what happened with Tinks too. They like went back to her Twitter like years ago. They like went through her Twitter like for like years and years and years ago and like found, tweets about her calling like, what did she call Kim Kardashian fat or something?
I don't know.
She got in trouble for that.
And then she also had like retweeted some like things about that were kind of like xenophobic.
Oh fuck.
And a few other things, but yeah, people like went back and like found everything and then were like asking her to like make a response about it, and she's like, I was stupid, like that's not who I am now. I've learned and I've grown, and like that's not what I believe in. I don't think that's right. Like that's never something I would do today.
That's what sucks about it, is like we always talk about how we grew up so differently than our beliefs now, and like It's like when you look back at the stuff you used to think or said or tweeted or whatever, it's like you're embarrassed by it. Like if I see my old tweets and stuff, I'm pretty sure I've gone through and deleted anything that could possibly be bad. But like when I was going through them and deleting them, I was like, holy shit, like I'm so embarrassed. Like this is so bad that I would have ever said that.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of the times the people themselves have like the guilt already, that it doesn't need to be a thing of like you're canceled forever.
Yeah.
Young people are stupid. Like, how do you expect us to learn?
So stupid. This is like 12-year-olds shouldn't have the internet.
No.
Exactly.
But it's so hard. You like think back to when you were 12 years old, and I remember my parents were like, you can't have a Facebook account. And I made a Facebook account anyways because I was like, you can't stop me. Like they, you know, like, and of course they were just trying to protect me, but people are just going to do what they want to do.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. Like it would be really scary for your kid to have a TikTok. Because especially that, like you have no idea what even pops up.
True.
Right.
Like it's not even like YouTube.
Are there like parental controls for TikTok?
I don't know. I would assume so, probably. But also I think you have to be 13 technically, don't you?
Yeah, I think you're supposed to be. I forgot about that. But I mean, there's so many younger people on the app.
Oh my god, yeah. Sometimes I'll see like a 7-year-old pop up. I'm like, hi.
It's so bizarre.
My dad asked me the other day if I was worried about the talks about TikTok being banned again. And I was just like, no, like that's not even anything I'm thinking about, honestly.
No.
Wait, did something pop up?
I feel really like,
I guess because China is using it to spy or something. I don't even know.
I think the government was trying to like pass something, pass like a bill or law or whatever against it. But I remember that happened like in 2020, and I was like gaining momentum and everything, and like I was kind of believing it. And so I stopped like posting as much, and I was like, this is so dumb because I was on such a good trajectory. I was like, it was so much easier 2 years ago to just like post something and get like 10,000 views.
Damn. Yeah, that's true.
So you can limit their screen time. You can put your phone on restricted mode, so like they would hopefully not see bad things, and then you can also make it so they're not allowed to search for videos or people or live or anything. But I don't know, still risky.
That's good. It is. But it would also take probably somebody like technology, like tech savvy to like go in and do
you guys like my new phone case?
Of those things.
It looks like a big blur.
It's so blurry.
It does look like a
flowers.
It's so cute. I'm like literally in 4K right now. How I see myself. Guys, okay, with this new recording system,
looks good to me, and mine looks good.
What the frick? Literally with this new recording system, guys, we can see all three of us, but like we're blurry half the freaking time. There's a delay in the sound, and this is supposed to be like way better than Zoom. And hopefully these problems won't happen when we're actually once it's done recording. But like, what the heck is going on? You guys look like literally 30p. Or 300 or whatever.
I feel like maybe it might be something with your internet.
Why me though? Like I see myself as fucking 4K right now.
Because me and Devon do you see me as like high definition, Devon?
Yours is a lot better than Devon.
And Maggie's blurry. But oh no, I thought you froze again.
I just can't with the delay. Like I don't know when to fucking talk.
Did we want to talk about that girl's video about why she quit being an influencer?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
We're trying to start.
Okay, so this girl made a TikTok video explaining why she decided to stop being an influencer, and it was very much like about all of the consumerism and promoting products that you don't even use or like. And it's getting a lot of engagement right now. Like a lot of people are commenting, saving, sharing this video. But the thing is, you don't have to do that to be an influencer. So like that really, it just kind of rubbed me the wrong way, because I guess she was differentiating between an influencer and a content creator. But then like, what even is an influencer? Like, I don't feel like influencers really exist anymore, because you have to be a content creator and like create engaging, entertaining, or informational content in order for you to grow an audience. Like, nobody is just going to post like their outfit and people are going to give a shit about it.
That's so true.
I agree. I think she's talking about like old school influencers, as well as like how a segment of influencers do their job. And she like completely glazed over like all of the other people that are doing it in a way that's like, and there's also sustainability influencers. Like there's a lot of people that are pushing for like really like not consumerism. They're pushing for like minimalism and not having to buy everything.
Yeah. And also like, as an influencer, you shouldn't be promoting products that you don't like or use.
No. And there might be some mistakes at the beginning of when you start, but like most people figure it out because it feels like shit. It doesn't feel good to like share something. Or like I feel like I've bought something before that I was really excited about, and then I have to come back later and be like, actually, this does not work very well. Like, I don't recommend this at all.
Was she also saying that influencers should also have a full-time job, or was that a different video?
No, I think she was like speaking for herself, saying that kind of. Not like all influencers, but like that's what she needs to do.
It's more interesting to do that.
Yeah. But I don't think that like people should be held to a particular standard just because you start making more money. Like you can't share the things that you're excited about. Like if you don't come from money, like it's really exciting to buy your first like designer bag or like and like buy a car or whatever it is. Like and people should be excited for you. They shouldn't be like putting their own like projecting their own shit onto you because you now can afford a car. Like we should be excited for those people.
Yeah. I think people are also extra sensitive right now, like with the economy this bad, because I think probably most people like are struggling to even pay bills right now and like afford basic necessities in the US, which is like so crazy. So I think it's probably, I think people just have this like perception of influencers or influencing that like you're just making millions of dollars and you're just living this like luxury lifestyle and buying all these things and having a lot of packages sent to you 24/7. But like people don't, I think, understand that that's like the top like 1%, and like not even the top, just like a section of people. Like more people like Danny Austin and stuff. Like would you still consider Danny Austin more of an influencer rather than a content creator?
I think she's like, I consider her like one of like the OG.
But was she a blogger?
Yeah. But she, I think, has done, I was like thinking about this too. She has done a phenomenal job of evolving.
Oh, for sure.
And I feel like she has evolved into a content creator. And I also love that she like created her own brand too.
Yeah, like Amber Filler Up.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, she was hustling. I mean, people just think that influencers just pop up because I don't even know.
Yeah, just out of nowhere. Because I think because of TikTok and these people that do pop up out of nowhere. Like because these people like Alix Earle are popping up out of nowhere.
Alix Earle, she behind the scenes, how many videos is she posting a day? Like she's still like she has the money. She doesn't need to even take the time to like it takes a lot of effort to even just sit down and record a video of yourself talking. Like,
also, she's still in college. Like she's also writing papers and shit while she's doing it.
Yeah.
The other thing that I also think people forget about is what was I going to say? What were you just saying, Devon, about posting?
Like Amber the energy that it takes to just like post 3 videos on TikTok a day.
Oh, I think it's because like there are a lot of influencers that say I didn't mean for this to happen, or like I didn't expect for this to happen. I feel like because a segment of people are saying like I never expected this to happen. I think a lot of people have gone into it like wanting it to happen, but they never expected it to be as big as it was. So like I feel like that's also kind of like a false claim.
Yeah, like I have a video that's getting like a semi good amount of comments about how much money I made last year from doing paid partnerships, and people are like asking me how I became a content creator or how I got these brand deals, and I'm just like, that's
It's years.
way too much of a question to answer in 60 seconds, but also like it just kind of happened out of me having a passion for posting content, and then 3 years later I have brands reaching out to, like, it doesn't just happen overnight like people think.
But do you think that, like, would you say you didn't mean for it to happen, or like, I guess looking back on it now, would you say like after you realized what was possible, you started like pushing in that direction to make it happen for yourself?
After I realized it was possible, then like you start out with different goals, like different stages. Like at first I just wanted 1,000 followers, and then I just wanted a free bark box, and then I just wanted to be paid $50 to post about some supplement, and then slowly
that's so crazy.
I want to make $10,000 a month, it just slowly becomes that in very small increments.
Yeah.
I think it's the same with like the other platforms too. Like this has happened with every single platform, and TikTok is just new at it. But I'm even thinking of like The Bachelor. Like when people used to go on The Bachelor before Instagram, people didn't know that it was possible to become famous after it and be an influencer and be making these millions of dollars after it. So it was like the people who went on were more genuine because they didn't know that that was a possibility. And then as soon as the majority of people who went on are ending up with these excellent careers after, then the people watching it are like, oh shit, I could do that too. And then it becomes too overpopulated where now maybe one a season ends up actually getting followers. And that, like, same thing happened with YouTube. Same thing happened with Instagram. Like at the very beginning of YouTube, people didn't know you can make money. Like people weren't making money, and then people saw these giant YouTubers, and then they're like, "Oh, I could do that too."
Yeah, and people set out. Now people are able to set out wanting to be a YouTuber, TikToker, or a content creator, whatever, but they don't realize that it's going to take a long time. Because when you start and it's just a passion and you just post for fun, it doesn't feel like it takes as long, because then, like I said, the small steps, you like want a little bit here and a little bit there. But then when you set out, like if I was 18 and I was like, well, I want to be a YouTuber, well, it's going to take you about 2 years before you can start making like an income from YouTube that's going to support your lifestyle, like it has to come from passion before just coming from like, I want to be famous on social media.
Yeah, because even though I knew that was possible, like I always wanted to be a YouTuber, that was like the dream, but I never once in my mind thought that would actually like happen.
Yeah
That's so true.
But I think you're saying it's like the steps that changes it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I got 100 likes and being excited for that. And then you just, it goes on and on and on.
Yep.
I also think that people are always like, be consistent. Like, I don't think it makes sense to be consistent unless you're actually passionate about what you're doing. Like, don't try and be consistent just to go through the motions of like what people are telling you. Like, have passion, lead that to consistency, and like build the discipline, and then everything else kind of happens after that. But if you just rolling through the motions, like people can tell that you like aren't in it, and like there's nothing behind it. There's no reasoning behind it.
Yeah, that's so true.
And that's how you become famous on social media.
I definitely think it's so interesting to see like these people though, because like Dev, you said you followed Emily at like 200,000. I'm pretty sure you told me about her, and I feel like she was kind of posting a little bit different content. Like
she did like the very quick edits of cleaning on Sunday resets, and like the quick edit, get ready with me type of thing. She wasn't showing. She slowly started showing more and more and more of her personality, and I think that's really what has drawn people to her.
Yeah, I didn't even know she was married at first. Like she didn't
really?
show that.
Yeah, that's so true. But like to see her go from like 200 to what is she at now? Like
1.2 million, maybe more.
I think it was
even more because people are like, because she's trying to do her 1 million giveaway, and people are like, you're gonna hit 2 million before you start your 1 million giveaway.
I feel like I've been kind of like out of TikTok.
1.5.
Crazy.
Wow.
So
That's
crazy.
so cool.
I never see her ads either, but I know she does them.
I never
I'm
see
She
it.
really
posts so
curious
much
how much these
content.
people.
If you're posting 5 videos a day and one ad every week, nobody's gonna even like. It's not even. It's gonna fly
No.
under the radar so much because.
Do you follow her on
Yeah.
Instagram? What does she post on Instagram?
Yeah, she just posts like a very small portion of the content that she posts on
Okay.
TikTok.
Interesting.
Like she'll do the less talking videos and like more aesthetic videos.
Okay.
I'm curious if
Time
more
is up.
TikTokers posted more on Instagram, if they would grow like the same. Because nobody
because-
posts like that on Instagram. Like no one posts 5 times a day.
Yeah. Oh, someone. Do you guys know Kate Nordalingus? I think that's how you say her last name. I don't know if that's how you say her last name. Kate.
I don't think
She
so.
posts all the same things on TikTok to Instagram. And she gets really good engagement. She has the same management team as me.
Yeah, I don't know her. I'm so curious what like Emily and Alix make from Amazon storefront.
Oh my God. We were talking about this
would
at our
love to
virtual
see.
happy hour. But what Emily did was like targeted the most basic consumerism, consumer driven girls. Like, I don't know how she did it, but she targeted the perfect audience of people who want to buy every single thing that she talks about. It's
Yeah.
like
You should add that to your ideal audience description.
Yeah.
basic bitches that want to buy everything.
Yeah, basic dog moms.
No, not dog moms. Anybody moms.
Any moms.
Anybody moms.
Single, whatever you want to be.
Single introverted moms.
Yeah.
Do they have
Of
to be a mom?
animals, maybe.
No.
Millennial
Single moms.
single
Single moms.
single introverted. It's a tough one.
Oh no, I've never seen this girl.
But like, look at her videos. She posts every single like. It's not aesthetic. It's just all her personality, you know.
Yeah.
So do you not post every one of your TikToks on Instagram?
Mm-mm.
No?
I would feel so. I don't know. I'm slowly starting to not feel weird about it, but I would feel weird.
I feel like you should test it out for a month and see if you like hit 300K in like a second.
Okay, maybe.
You should. I feel like
I'm
it would
just
work.
curious.
Yeah, because everybody's getting sick of the Instagram reel content, like the
No.
aesthetic morning routine, and like there's no personal connection at all. Like I think even Instagram is starting to crave the like
Personal.
talking to the camera and
I agree.
stuff like that. Longer form.
Yeah, because I think the audience that we're looking for within Instagram probably aren't scrolling the Reels page. Like, do you guys ever scroll on the Reels
No.
feed?
Only if I want a trending sound.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Like I'm looking for sounds.
As soon as
Like,
I pop into a
motherfucker,
sound
pop
that
up.
like works, I am out of it.
Yeah, same.
But
But
then
like,
how do people discover us?
I look on
Wouldn't
my
it be
Explore
people on the
page
Reels
more.
page? Oh.
I don't even look at my Explore page either.
Oh, really?
Instagram.
It's so freaking. Cameron is like a Reels boy, and he'll freaking show me a video, and I'm like, dude, I saw that on TikTok 3 months ago.
That is so annoying. You can't get
Is he on
married.
TikTok at all?
Deal breaker. Red flag.
Yeah, he's on TikTok. We show each other, like, we send each other TikToks, and then like once a week sit together and go through all the ones that we sent each other. And usually, if we wait too long, they're like the same videos. I'm like, I sent that to you, and he's
That's
like, no,
really
I sent
funny.
that to you. It's fun.
That's so funny. I love going through like relatable TikToks. Like, do you know Alix and John? They are a couple and they were wedding videographers. And now they create like a lot of like relatable couple content.
No. But you know what else?
They are so freaking creative. Like if you look at their ads, it is I am just like always so impressed.
Are their names literally just Alex and John? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, I
I
know them.
do know
I never
them.
know people's names. Like, I just know their videos.
They are funny.
Yeah.
And
They're not like lucky, but like they are lucky in the sense that they are videographers, so they can like produce.
I definitely get sick of people though. Like, I don't know if it's because they get too famous or I just get sick of their personalities. I don't know.
I think I just get sick of like I just think I get sick of content in general.
Yeah.
Like it's not necessarily like right now I'm like not in a TikTok phase. Like I don't really go on TikTok at all. Like
yeah.
I haven't really been checking like any of my like go-to influencers.
Wait, we should talk about what you just
occasionally
said, Dev. Because you just said that you think that maybe it's when they get too famous.
Which yeah, I don't know if that's why or if I just get sick of them. But like,
sure.
I think because like they continue to do the same thing over and over again, and like I don't know, like I love Kirsten Titus, Pepperoni Muffin. Like I was obsessed with her last year, and then like I just haven't even seen any of her videos lately, and I'm not like going and searching them out.
Yeah. What is it? Do you think just like I don't know? Do you not like her type or style anymore?
I kind of started getting annoyed by all of the brand, like extravagant brand trips she was going on. Like it was every weekend she was traveling to some crazy brand trip, and I was just like, okay, I get it. Like you're famous now.
So it's like she became less relatable.
Yeah, she became a little, but I still love her. But like, yeah, I just don't want to watch her content right now.
So do you not think that she posts enough like everyday content?
Maybe. I don't know. I haven't even looked at her stuff recently, so I don't know.
That's a very interesting point. I feel like there are, depending on like the person, there are some people who slow down with their organic content and just focus on their sponsored content. So then like they're not posting stuff that's really them as much anymore, which is like why you like follow people.
She has a very big personality, and so like I kind of got annoyed by how
she's
extra
too much
she is
for me.
Yeah, I think that'll like then just seeing her ads where she's all like like doing all this shit. I'm just like that's making me cringe now. I don't know why.
Yeah,
maybe that becomes very funny authentic because she has to keep up with that persona because that's like what brands want her to do. But like it just doesn't feel authentic anymore. Maybe that's the reason.
But it's funny because like, you're saying all the things that annoy you or make you stop watching people, but then at the same time you're like, I need to make the same video over and over again, and that's how to pop off. And then at the same time you're like, that's why I stopped watching people.
But then like once you grow the community that you're looking for, then
true. But do you think that community stays with them? Like that's what I'm not sure. Like
Emily's is.
Which Emily?
It's been very much time.
I was talking about Emily Kaiser.
Yeah, hers is just starting.
I don't think it's always annoyed me. No offense to her as a person, but like just how she doesn't talk or say anything in her videos or use any music, and she always does this to show that she did something. Like it just talk to us. Like I don't even know what she's cooking. Like she's
so interesting because she has long form content on YouTube.
Yeah.
I like her YouTube.
I got to know her a little bit. Yeah.
That's what's so confusing to me about her is like, why are you not translating some of that content to TikTok?
But does she still have that like dedicated audience? Like, I'm not sure how her engagement is now. I haven't seen her in months and months.
I haven't either. I don't know.
People don't even really like, when I was looking at her comments, people are not even like interested in her. They're like just kind of making fun of her or like,
yeah, it's kind of sad.
And it was kind of like,
I would cry if all my comments were like that.
Followers.
What do you think? I feel like Anna Sitar still has a very loyal following. She's one I feel like has been, but she's still somebody I don't like. I mean, I search her like every like once a week maybe. I don't.
You guys see her controversy?
I really liked her. No. Is it what we talked
about? No, it's not.
Remember, we were talking shit about how she wasn't disclosing ads.
Yeah. So, what's her last name?
Sitar.
So yeah, just so people can look her up or whatever. She's been posting these ads. She's collabing with Dior, and she like posts these videos that just feel so organic, and she's not saying they're an ad whatsoever. So we've been talking about that.
And I think she's done something with Dyson too.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
And doesn't disclose it.
That wasn't disclosed.
I
And
don't
maybe
understand.
something else.
She's
But
gonna get sued.
I'm actually curious. But I am curious that if she's purposely posting that, like, so say she has like an upcoming partnership in like 2 months. I'm wondering
With
if she's posting organically now, so that in 2 months from now, when people see the same stuff, they're not like,
But
this
why
isn't-
the
this isn't it.
hashtag like smells like Dior or whatever the fuck hashtag she uses?
Do you also know that sometimes like there are brands that are like, this is the branded hashtag, so that just counts as your ad, but it's not, because people don't know.
Yeah.
That's not very, what is it called?
Transparent?
Transparent, maybe?
Yeah. What is the controversy? What's the
Controversy. That's what you were going to tell us.
Oh yeah. Okay. She came out with merch, and one of her designs, I forget what the wording was, but there's like a small business who's had that design like popular for a while, and she got in trouble for it, but she was like, I didn't know about the small business whatsoever, and like it's whatever she has in her bio, like so happy to be here or something. So happy you're here.
Yeah. I think
whatever that
might have
is.
seen something like that.
Yeah, but like people were like mad at her, like fully thinking that she stole from this small business and stuff.
But like
her merch is,
I'm so happy you're here.
Yeah, and she didn't end up selling that design, whichever one was apparently copied.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's definitely something like she's had for a while. Like, I mean, I know that it's probably like a small business, but
guys, this freaking new recording system, actually it's my Wi-Fi for sure, but I keep getting freaking booted out, and I'm about to have a full mental breakdown, so sorry if this episode's weird.
Should we just do a quick run through of our fave books, since we're all in the reading era?
Sure.
Okay, Britt, what is you just got into reading. Like, you've been reading super fast. What is your favorite thing you've read in the past couple weeks?
I can't choose one, but I'll tell you my favorites.
Two.
Okay.
I can't choose two.
Oh, Jesus.
I know. But I have them right in front of me. I do have a limited number. I do have a limited number. Too Good to Be True by Carola Lovering.
I'm gonna write this down.
Wait, which one is that? Can you have to give like a little short synopsis with each one?
Okay, I'm kind of forgetting. Okay, so Too Good to Be True is about this girl who like meets a guy, and she doesn't know he's married. And he doesn't like tell her until like way later, and just like kind of the, their love story and like what transpires through it.
Ooh.
So it's very interesting.
Interesting.
And then Can't Look Away is also by Carola Lovering. I want her to write like a million more books. I feel like she's like going to be the next Colleen Hoover if she like keeps on the trajectory, because she's also who wrote Tell Me Lies. And that's actually,
I was gonna say, what did she write? It sounds familiar. Her name.
That's how I like started my reading era, because I binge watched Tell Me Lies, and I had to know what happened next. And in the book, it covers like way past what happens in the TV show.
Mm-hmm.
And so I did like the book still, but these other two from her were like my favorite. Like I liked them way more. Can't Look Away is about, I'm trying to think of what happened again. Can't Look Away. Oh no, I'm like kind of blanking on what happened in Can't Look Away, just off the top of my head.
But you loved it.
I have it up on Goodreads right now. A 23-year-old Molly Diamond is a barista, and then there's a concert. She locks eyes with a lead singer. Is that correct?
Yes. Dude, I can't really remember what happened after that.
Then a decade later, Molly was given up writing and is living in Flint Cove, Connecticut with her young daughter and her husband Hunter. Her life looks picture perfect.
Yes. I love
That sounds good.
She's like, I love it so much. I don't remember anything about it, but it was so good.
It's just my memory.
That's how I feel about all of Colleen Hoover books. Like, I'm like, oh, that one was so good, but like sometimes I forget which book was which.
But so that one I really like just because it's a very unexpected like love story. And there's like towards the middle, there's like a big shock, and then towards the end, there's like another big like, what the fuck?
Ooh, I like that a lot.
And it's the same thing that happens in Too Good to Be True. There's like a couple of those throughout that really keep you hooked.
Cool. I got a new author to look into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then The Golden Couple is also one that was just like, this is one that like stuck in my mind. Like I really, really liked this one. So this couple starts, they're like the picture perfect couple, like everything on paper is like amazing. But she cheated on her husband. And so they start couples counseling. And they're trying to like work through it. And you like discover like all sorts of shocking things throughout the book. And this book is like The Golden Couple is written from like the therapist perspective of what's happening. And then the like main character. So it's very interesting to see like both sides of like what's happening.
I love when perspectives switch in books.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure that's like how Can't Look Away was written and Too Good to Be True. So that's, I mean, it's kind of.
Is that one author by the same author?
No, so it's a different author. It's by Greer Hendricks and Sarah Pekkanen.
Ooh. Books with two authors are so interesting to me. Like I always wonder, like, how do people do that?
Yeah. And then I loved Verity. Like you guys already told me about Verity like a million times, but I was like, I like want more of Verity type books. Like,
yeah, like if you're listening and if you don't like reading or you're like wanting to get into reading, I think Verity is like one of the perfect books to start with.
Yeah. Colleen Hoover is a great like gateway book author.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what got me into reading because I read It Ends With Us and then I read Verity and then I was like on a roll.
Have you started It Starts With Us?
Yeah, I finished it.
I really liked both of those too. I think that's a good like
too.
It keeps you kind of busy if you read one and then the other. I feel like it'll get you in a good role. Me too.
I'm on the first chapter of
what one?
With Us.
I love that.
Yeah.
And then I can't remember.
Did you guys used to read a lot like as a child?
Yeah.
Or like
no, I didn't like reading. Really.
I loved reading.
Except for when Twilight came out. Then I loved reading Twilight. But then
The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. I loved. That was so juicy. I also just like read lots of other like love stories. It's kind of funny like thinking back to when I was reading like those love stories, like the people were like so much older than me at the time, and now like there's like, if depending on like what type of book it is, I always look because if it's too young I like don't really want to read it. But then the other two that I read, I really liked One True Loves and After I Do as well.
I love Taylor Jenkins.
You've read so many.
She's my favorite.
It's so crazy.
I think I've read like 8 or 9 books now, and I have 3 that I've like gone a big chunk through, but like I don't know if I want to finish them. Yeah. And that's the thing. That's kind of funny because like I typically don't finish books like unless I like them. So a lot of my Goodreads, my ratings are like all 5 stars because I really like the book and I won't finish it if I don't like it. But I like that you on yours, Devon, you have like 2 stars on some, like 3 stars on another, like.
Yeah, the only book that I've read that I really did not like was, I think, Normal People by Sally Rooney. And
I liked that book.
You liked it?
Yeah. Well, I like the show more than the book, which is weird.
Okay, because on the toast they said that the show wasn't good either.
I like the show, but it's kind of a slow, just like boring, like.
Yeah, it was so boring. I don't know why, but like I did not connect with any of the characters and I just forced myself to finish it.
Yeah.
So Some people really loved it. I did not.
I honestly just like the sex scenes.
I definitely need to like figure out. I read the sample first. Do you guys like read the samples first and then decide if you want to buy it, or do you just go for it?
Well, now that I have the Kindle, yeah. But before I would just go for it, and then like I wouldn't finish a lot of books because I'd be like not interested in them.
Oh.
Yeah, a lot of times I'll stick to like an author that I know I like, or I'll just do recommendations from like a friend that I know knows what I like.
Yeah. I try and go off. The reason I really like Goodreads is because of the like ones by the same author and then like similar type books.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like a lot of the ones from Verity that were similar were like almost too much of like psychological thrillers.
Yeah.
Like behind closed doors.
Yeah. I don't know. TBD if I finish it.
Maggie, have you read anything recently?
I mean, I was just reading those One Direction smutty books.
Oh, yeah.
I read them in high school, and it's like Harry Styles fan fiction. But it was because they're like all movies on Netflix. There's like 4 movies now of the After series. And so I watched the like most recent movie that just came out. It came out like in the last month or 2. And then I was like, oh fuck, I don't think I ever read the last book in this series. Like I need to go read this. And then I read it and I was like, oh my god, like I was just so nostalgic because the last book is like from his point of view, but it's like kind of the same as the first book, but just in his point of view instead of hers. So I felt like in high school again reading it all over again.
Do you think that Harry Styles has read it?
I always think about he knows about it because like in an interview a couple times he was asked about it and he was like he made like a joke about it or something. Because that'd be weird. I mean, like it's weird when you think about it.
Yeah,
yeah,
kind of weird.
I feel like I probably
think the Twilight people know about 50 Shades. Have they ever talked about that?
But it's not like 50 Shades is based off more fictional. It's not like based off like Harry Styles. Like those books you're talking about are literally based off Harry Styles, who's a real person.
But it's like they're not. It's
wait. Explain
it's
this.
About like a girl in college. Like the 50 Shades was originally like supposed to be Edward. And stuff,
yeah, but like Robert Pattinson isn't Edward. You know, like it's not about Robert Pattinson. It's about Edward. Whereas the other book is about
I see
Harry
what you mean.
Styles,
I see what you mean. Okay, he's a real person. Yes, yes. But he's not like Harry in the book. Like he's like a college student. Like he's not like a singer.
He's not a singer?
No. He's just a random college student. He's British.
Then how is it?
It's just it's like just the character. Like so, I read it when it was first on Wattpad, and like on Wattpad, like their names were Harry, Liam, Zane. Like they had the same names.
Okay.
But then, like once it got turned into a book, she changed the name, so his name's Hardin.
Oh. Okay, that makes more sense.
There's Zed for Zane, and I forget what Liam's name is. I forget.
Leo.
But like, so it honestly is something similar to that. But it's like just a different. It's like about him. It's like he makes a bet to take this girl's virginity, basically, that he could take her virginity, but then he ends up falling in love with her. And he's like very toxic and like an alcoholic, and there's a lot of drama. But once again, it's mostly good for the sex. Oh, but I was wrong about yesterday when I told you guys that for Kaleidoscope that you have to start with the first like same episode and end with the same episode. That's not true.
Oh, I didn't watch it, so
I finished it last night.
Ginny and Georgia.
Dude, everyone is telling me to watch that.
Is it new? It's season 2. But it's about it's really good.
Era might end.
Yeah, you'll like it.
I love Ginny and Georgia.
Oh, okay.
I watched the first season.
Okay, yeah, it's second season.
I've been waiting for the second one.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm so happy you said that.
Yeah, it's like a little more dramatic Gilmore Girls.
Oh, is it like Gilmore Girls?
Right.
Yeah, like Georgia had Ginny when she was 15, but she had to go through a lot of shit to, like, she has a much rougher background and has gone through a lot of shit.
I didn't know it was a mother and daughter. I thought they were like 2 best friends for some reason.
No, yeah, mom and daughter.
Okay.
The Firefly Lane is the best friends one.
You should read those books.
I should. I honestly was thinking about that because I want to know like what happened.
I was thinking too
immediately.
Is there more Do they go
I
farther?
think so.
Yeah, it's 2 books.
Oh. Okay. I might be
I might start with the second one. But
She
anyway,
also-
but Kaleidoscope, I need to talk about
Okay,
Kaleidoscope.
yeah, sorry.
No, I'm just like obsessed with it. It was so good.
Oh.
Because like every episode, because you can watch it in any order, it will like literally change your perception of the show and like of who did what and what the characters, like just the whole mystery behind it. Like if you start at the end where like after the heist, it's like 6 months after the heist, you could start with that episode and then be like, how did this all happen? How did we get to this point? Like how did everything go wrong? Or you start with the beginning and then it's like, how are they going to make the heist happen? It's very cool.
That's
Highly
yeah, I
recommend.
need to watch that.
But what books have you been reading?
I just finished on my Kindle Every Summer After, and that is like best friends become lovers trope. So it's this girl every summer, her parents go to their cabin on the lake or whatever, and she falls in love with the next door neighbor, but like something happens so that they stop talking. So it's alternating from the past and the present, and you're leading up to figuring out why they don't talk anymore.
Oh,
But the characters are really good. I really love the main character. And then the book that I'm currently reading, I love it. I am obsessed with it. It's Maybe in Another Life. And it's about this one girl, but like maybe 4 chapters in, she has to make a decision, either like go home with her high school boyfriend or go home with her best friend and not go home with the guy. And 2 separate things, like we get to live out both of her choices and her timelines from both choices. So like something really bad happens in one timeline and something sad, like bad happens in the other timeline. So like we're going to see how I don't know if it merges together or what, but
that's cool.
Yeah. And then like when
really
you're
like
reading one timeline, you kind of, you know about something from the other timeline, but the characters don't know yet. Kind of thing. Like they don't know that this is going on with them. It's really good.
Cool. Do you like that one more than Daisy Jones?
It's just very different. Like I love the celebrity type books from Taylor Jenkins Reid, but like this one is also just a nice, like, because it's about a normal person.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't like pick a favorite. I just love all of her books.
They are really good.
She's a really good writer.
She also has this book called One True Loves, and it's about this girl she gets married young and her husband goes missing. And like out in sea, or, you know, like they think that he dies in a helicopter crash or a plane crash or something. And so she finally gets over it and moves on with her life and meets someone else. And then her husband shows up.
That's the one that I was like, oh my God. One of the things I really liked about that though, is it kind of like this is something that's not giving anything away in the book. Just like, it shows that you can like appreciate your previous relationships for like what they were. Like you don't have to like have them like tainted. Like if it was like, you know, a college boyfriend or like a high school boyfriend or something, and like, you know, there's just things that happen. And you don't have to like think that they're like negative or bad or like, I don't know. You could just like appreciate love for what it is with each person. And I love that.
You are a different person, like how you can become a different person.
Yeah. And like that person doesn't necessarily like, because I think the other thing is like reminiscing on like old relationships. Sometimes you're like, oh, like what if like this or that, but like you grow and evolve, and you know, there's a new person that's like perfect for you in that new growth, like
new
evolved
phase
person.
That's true. Yeah.
Which I think is like a beautiful way to like look at love.
Yeah.
Because so much of the time it's like, fuck this person.
Yeah.
No, because every time like you move on with what you've learned from that last love, like you take that love with you to the next person.
Yeah.
Totally. So reading is good. You guys should all start reading. And I think
I just remembered my mom's first Instagram post was it was like a meme, and it was like a girl holding a book, and it just said "reading is sexy."
Did she screenshot it from something and then like post it?
Yes,
I love that.
I'm gonna post this to our story.
Reading
so
is
I'll find
sexy.
it.
Reading is, so you guys should all start reading.
Yeah.
But like all these books we mentioned, I feel like are easy gateway books.
For sure.
Like,
Easier.
I'm not reading complex stories that have a bunch of deeper meanings or anything. Like I'm reading for enjoyment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
I just
reading
wanna-
porn.
Maggie's reading for porn.
If there's no sex, Maggie doesn't want it.
Did you read
It's
Ugly
kinda
Love,
true.
Maggie?
Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah, that one was very porn forward.
I don't think Colleen Hoover's porn is that great. Do you see it?
Yeah.
What is this?
I love it. That's funny.
In 2012.
The good days.
All right, is that all?
Yeah.
I think so.
All right, well, thank you so much for tuning back in for season 2. If this is your first episode, thanks for listening. It will only go up from here this season. We're so excited about all the plans we have and all the episode ideas we have, so we can't wait for you to hear them all. But thanks so much for listening. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, TikTok, subscribe to us on YouTube, rate us and leave a review if you haven't yet, wherever you listen to podcasts. And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye. Peace out.
We did it.
Love that for us.